Welcome back to Kim Reads as we continue with Son of a Witch. Once, years back, in one of the barns at Calico, Liir had been horsing about with Nor and her brothers. The children of Fiero and his wife, Sarima, were high-tempered, and they had persuaded Liir to sit on one end of a tinder, and they tended to pivot out over a pile of hay below. He could jump to his safety. It could be fun, they said, and so it had been, had not been for one of them, Monik probably, leaped off and balanced the end before Liir was fully positioned. Afraid of smashing himself on the stone floor of the barn, Liir had lurched to safety across the edge of the cart. The fall beam failed to kill him. However, he knocked the wind out of his chest, and for a moment he was unable to breathe. He could feel his lungs kicking and his heart kicking back, but he thought he was dying. The faces of Irji and Nor peering down the ledge of the loft at him. Lying on his back, stretching in vain to open his windpipe, he looked up their faces contorted with laughter and mild concern. What Liir remembered, in as near to extremis as he experienced in his short life, was how embroidered these last few impressions of the world seemed. How the light breaking down over the crowns of Irji and Nor's heads seemed like segments of overlapping fins, tying the bright expressions of his face to the rafters, the cobwebs, the knotholes, the looped robes, the stray feathers, all of a piece, he thought. Why did I never see it before? And now I would die and never see it again. And he didn't die, but he lived. His breath punched itself back into place, and he wailed, and his torso and everything splintered into the disjointed elements. As angry as he felt at Manic for making him the butt of a well-planned prank, he was distressed at the loss of his fine moment of apprehension. The world belonged to another like this. The pieces related to each other. There no contradiction deep down. Complexity, yes, but not contradiction. Only connection. Now hunched beneath the doorway of a shuttered butchery in the Emerald City, with Dorothy so newly met and just as quickly vanished, he remembered the incident in the barn of Kiamiko. There's no resolving a good mess, he thought. Every breath one takes is waking up into disjointness over and over. He rocked hard enough to build a plum-colored bruises on his shoulder. They hurt when he provided them, and then he prodded to make them hurt. He had nowhere to go, nothing to do. By day and night he meandered like the other bits of human trash that drifted up and down the boulevards, flinching from merchants, begging for a penny, knees, relieving themselves in public without concern for decency or hygiene. Nightly he returned to the cafe in case of a sense of dread had been for naught, and Dorothy might still make good on her promise and come back for him, at least to say goodbye. A lucky thing, too, for on the fifth day, Liir was turning out papers, looking for scrag ends of butter pastry when he was tapped on the shoulder. He turned, half expecting the cafe owner had summoned the police, as he'd been threatening. Instead, Liir found the Scarecrow. "You're still here," said the Scarecrow. "Somehow I thought you would be. Where is she?" "She's gone. You know that," the Scarecrow sighed. "You know she was to go. She was a visitor, not one of our kind. That kind can't stay, you know." "How do you know? Maybe you need to invite them." The Scarecrow affected a superior attitude, and that was his only answer. "A lot is going to change in a very short time," he said. "I hope it's for the best, but it get ugly for the interim. Thought it was best to let you know. If I were you, I would get out of town." "No one wants me," said Liir, scoffing. "No one cares to come looking for me. No one knows who I am, not even myself." "Do you mean that someone tittered that the witch was my mother? I'm in danger." "I don't mean that," said the Scarecrow. "I don't know if anyone here knows or cares whether the witch had children or who they might be. I just mean there's talk of a cleanup in this neighborhood." He straightened up. He'd been limping. An odd thing for a Scarecrow, and cast his clumsy glove down Dirt Boulevard, where the denizens of the evening were in their cups. A small crowd had gathered around a couple of half-naked teens making dirty right here on the ground. The tattered demalions were pelting with bits of food and hanging them on. Elsewhere, bottled emptied of their beer smashed on hailstone. The baby cried pitilessly. "What is happening?" said Liir. "The wizard has left, and Dorothy is gone, and Lady Glinda Shuffrey, nee Arjuana of the Uplands, has been inopportune to advise the government until something more permanent can be arranged. Glinda, I've heard of her. The witch used to talk about her sometimes. Well, she'll do some good, won't she? Doing good, cleaning house, takes a mighty strong broom, said the Scarecrow. Speaking of which, the Scarecrow looked this way and that. The kids on the ground, wheezing and humping in their throes of lust, had secured the crowd's full attention. The Scarecrow reached into his waistband and drew out a stake. Not a pole, the hand of a broom, the witch's broom. Hence the limp. He gave it to Liir. No one wanted it, he said. No one needed it for anything. It served its purpose and was going to be thrown out. Liir accepted it with resignation. One more thing to carry back to the home he no longer had. What do you mean things are going to get ugly? Seems to me like they're pretty ugly around here already. Well, I mean for the ceremony of Glinda's elevation, they'll come to relocate the urban poor. For one thing, Glinda's quite tidy and likes things just so. You seem to know a lot all of a sudden. The brain's working. There's talk that Lady Glinda will eventually yield and put a wise Scarecrow on the throne. The Scarecrow said in pride or derision, making his voice sound odd. After she cleans up the wizard affairs, and there are those who think that the charmed child Ozma will be located in some cave almost once now that the wizard's gone. Sounds cynical and desperate to me, but what do I know of government? I've had more access to information the last few days than the rest of my life put together. A wise Scarecrow on the throne? You? Said Liir, incredulous. Sorry, I don't mean to imply. I, said the Scarecrow, or someone like me. Frankly, to human beings, all Scarecrows look the same, which is odd since we seem to be much more individual than humans. But we're made in their image and likeness. All of us see in ourselves, and one mirror is as good as another, I guess. Do you want to be king? Now that you're so smart? Now that I'm smart, I know enough not to let on what I want, said the Scarecrow. We should move away here from here, you know. Liir roped the heavy cape around his arms and took the scorched broom. Any ideas? Just away. They all seem so unseemly, the Scarecrow admitted the throng. You're all very young for this. You're younger than I, says Liir. I was born old, said the Scarecrow. That's how I was made. I don't know how I was made, said the boy. That's part of my problem. They crossed a small canal into a quieter street and came to the rest on a fundamental to which ranks of small private barges and blunt boats were tied up for the night. The smoke of cooking fires, the smell of boiled beans and potato stew in the air. I miss Dorothy, he said. The Scarecrow replied, It's the witch you miss, isn't it? I hated her too much to miss her. That's what you think. You think your own thoughts and leave me mine. He was outraged at that presumption. What do you know of the witch? Anti-witch. Elphaba Throp. She was my witch. The Scarecrow paid no attention. It's starting. Listen, he said. He held up his hand. The sound from Dirt Boulevard had altered. A percussion of horses, hoofs, hundreds of them, came thrumming forward, a scatter of shouts turning into screams. I waited too long, the Scarecrow said. He bundled Liir into the nearest canal boat. A bearded old coot with a sawed-off hand turned and raised into a hot skillet at the Scarecrow, but the Scarecrow defected it with his gloved fist, and the man tumbled into the filthy water. Loosen the mooring, push away, said the Scarecrow. The neighborhood will be flames by dessert time. And that is the end of chapter 1, finally, of the abroad part. See you later.